Big thing, though, did come out from an institution the other day is actually with Ethereum, because the head of digital assets research firm VanEck, they came out, the head of this, his name is Matthew Siegel, he came out and said, look, I think Ethereum could reach a $2 trillion market cap in one of the better, like in the best case scenario, in the blue ocean, in the blue sky scenario. He said, best case scenario, really, Ethereum could reach $2 trillion market cap. He said, essentially, why he thinks this could happen is that he thinks this could happen because of what is going on with Ethereum being not just like a store of value like gold, or like gold or like Bitcoin, but Ethereum is trying to replace the entire financial world. It's not just a Bitcoin, which is a digital gold. It's much more than that. There's NFTs, there's smart contracts, there's all the DeFi applications being built on it. And so it's the entire technology and the entire reasoning behind Ethereum being able to get a $2 trillion market cap is because right now it's like much cheaper than many Web 2.0 software companies on price to sales and valuation. Like if you're just looking at in terms of the big idea behind Ethereum versus the big idea behind, let's say, Walmart. Like Walmart, its market cap is more, I believe it's more, or it's just about the same as Ethereum, yet Ethereum is such a bigger idea than like even Amazon or Apple. Ethereum is trying to replace the entire financial world, whether we're talking about smart contracts, whether we're talking about NFTs, DeFi, just everything finance related. That's what Ethereum is trying to replace. So according to this manager, he said, and you know, it's important to listen to him because he runs a $72 billion asset management firm. But essentially what he said is, look, right now, with the introduction of traditional financial players writing derivatives on some digital assets and just wider participation globally, all of this is pointing to the crypto asset class maturing over time into something that eventually will be less volatile. And that's important because right now, one of the main reasons why we don't see institutions get involved is for volatility concerns with crypto, with energy consumption concerns, with a couple of regulations. But for the most part, it's like volatility, energy consumption, and just it's a very new market. They don't want to be the first ones in because when you're talking about a $80 billion or $100 billion investment firm, the crypto market, the entire market is worth 1.4 trillion. So like you get into liquidity issues where these firms could invest billions and billions of dollars into crypto, yet there's not that much money in the crypto world relative to what they'd be investing. So just something to keep in mind. For example, like MicroStrategy owns $3 billion worth of Bitcoin, yet Bitcoin's entire market cap is like $600 billion. So they own like a pretty significant portion of all of Bitcoin. And you know what? So it's going to take a little bit of time for us to see these prices stabilize, not see as much volatility. But either way, he says, look, if Ethereum can capture 2/3 of the value and of like this financial world, DeFi in general, if they're able to capture 2/3 of this value and considering, like assuming that Ethereum's market cap to revenue ratio stays relatively the same, well, then we could reach about a $1.8 to $2.3 trillion market cap versus what it is now, which is right around $250 billion market cap. So that's pretty exciting stuff to see that a major person at a traditional financial like firm is saying Ethereum is something that they really like. They're very bullish on it because they say it can reach a $2 trillion market cap, so 10x from where it is right now. And that's exciting to see because right now most institutions, if they're invested in crypto, they really only have exposure to Bitcoin. Other than Bitcoin, they don't have exposure to Ethereum or altcoins. Like they're starting to get more into Ethereum, but altcoins for the most part, not involved at all. It's non-existent. So it'll be exciting to see what happens here as we start to see more investment products be allowed and be approved by the SEC. Once we see a Bitcoin ETF, once we see Ethereum ETFs, once we see all these ETPs, which are exchange traded products, those are ways that institutions can invest in altcoins. Once we start to see all of these get approved, that's going to be when we start to see these DeFi coins, like Ethereum, like Cardano, like Solana, like Polygon, all start to really take off. So it'll be exciting to see. But either way, what he says is, look, if you want to be able to reach 7 billion people, they're going to need to start to see some consumer-facing Web 3.0 type of business model that either mimic or improve existing platforms like Airbnb, Spotify, Google, or any of those big guys in a way that goes viral. Once that happens, that's going to be when the entire crypto ecosystem takes off, goes from a $1.4 trillion market cap to, you know, $5, $6, $7 trillion market cap. Because what we're seeing now is Apple and the Apple ecosystem. It didn't take off until we had some major viral apps. For example, like, I don't know if you guys remembered, but there was that beer app on the iPhone when it first came out. It was the dumbest thing ever. You just tilted your phone and it looked like you were like drinking beer. And so before that, before everyone knew about that, like the App Store wasn't so great. It was like whatever. There was nothing too great about it. But over time, more and more apps, more and more use cases were built on top of the Apple ecosystem. Now we have apps like Uber and Lyft, and we have Spotify, and none of these would have been possible without the Apple ecosystem. And that's where we are right now. It's like we have Ethereum, which has all of these potential use cases. It has smart contracts. It has NFTs. It has like DeFi applications that you could build and all the tools necessary to do it. So right now we have the toolbox, but we don't have the finished products yet. So we don't have any of these game-changing DeFi apps that will be like the Spotify or the Uber or the Lyft of the crypto world. That's what we talked about the other day with Coinbase wanting to make an app store. But that's when we're going to start to see the crypto market take off. It's not only money from institutions, but also when we see crypto business models, crypto and Web 3.0 companies start to take off. Because right now we're not there yet. We see like Ethereum, we see all of its potential. We see Bitcoin, we see all the potential of blockchain, but no one has really put it into something that is a major app yet. Someone could make an app that is a competitor to YouTube. I've heard so many people say that there should be competitors to YouTube. Let me know what you guys think of that. But a lot of people I talk to say that there should be a competitor to YouTube. YouTube has a complete monopoly on videos. And so many people I talk to, they want to have something else other than YouTube that they could either post videos on or somewhere else that they can go and watch content on. But right now there's nothing. So maybe someone's going to create something that is a competitor to YouTube using crypto and like a Web 3.0 type of business model. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's definitely very possible. Would you guys like to see something that's like a competitor to YouTube that potentially could be a Web 3.0 type of business model? I think it would be pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think in the chat.